my life really changed one day when I saw a Muslim man in the center of my campus, a campus of over 36,000 people. And there was a man, with his mat laid out and facing a certain way, doing what his faith teaches him to do. And what really captured my attention was the fact that he was dedicated to his faith, and that he truly believed that he was doing something that his God had called him to do. And so I left that day with that image in my mind, and I immediately just began to envision Christ carrying the cross. And in that one moment, in that vision of Christ carrying the cross, I saw nothing but love. I left church that day wanting to show others that same love, to point people in that same direction, that same forgiveness and peace that I had in my heart that morning. And that's really where I found the call to carry the cross. And Mark 8:34 was had a lot to do with that. In where Christ is, they're speaking, and basically says, if you're going to follow me, deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me, and do just that. And so at the time when God was just speaking that into my heart, I didn't know it was going to be literal, but over the next few months I knew it was something that was going to be literal. So my journey had started, and my journey was to Washington, D.C. to hold a prayer service in front of the White House, in front of our nation's capital, and to pray for revival in this country. Along the journey, I learned a lot. One of the biggest lessons I learned was to trust in God and to have faith that He will provide. When we left to head out to Washington, D.C., we had one church who had promised to provide a place for us to stay. And other than that, we were walking on faith, trusting that God would provide somewhere for us to stay. And sure enough, I saw that come true day in and day out. People stopping and just asking if they could pay for us a hotel, for us somewhere to stay, paying for dinner. Probably the other difficult lesson that I learned was that not everybody is for you. There was opposition from day one, from online sources to just experiencing it right there on the roadside, from people, yelling things and giving you hand signs and all kinds of things. But along the way, I realized that not everybody's going to be for you, and I learned that really that opposition was a driving force for us in carrying the cross. And one thing that God really revealed in me and spoke to me along the way was that those are the very people that you are walking for, that we are trying to reach in carrying the cross and drawing attention to the cross. In that, these are the people that need to hear of the love of Jesus, that no matter what things they might say, no matter how they may feel, the love of Christ is evident in the cross.